Hey Pisces, let's take a look at your month of July 2026 energy reading. Let's call in spirit right away and get those messages in. Okay, Pisces, this will be a general reading for the month of July 2026. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's pull some What's the Vibe Oracle cards first to start off, and then we'll pull some tarot cards. I hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here and you like my readings, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want. Let's see what the vibe is for the month of July, Spirit, for the sign of Pisces. All placements of Pisces. And welcome to any cross watchers that are out there as well. I'm just like looking at my cards here. I'm just wondering where they go. These go over here. This is what happens when you're a tarot card reader. You have so many decks that, like, my whole desk here is full of cards. So let's see what the vibe is. Spirit. Spirit, what is the vibe for the month of July for the sign of Pisces, please? All placements of Pisces. What do they need to know? We have shattered, broken, nightmares, failures. For the month of July, please. We are in retrograde as well, so keep that in mind. We have nurturing, mentor, wisdom, giving back, and we feel exhausted, burned out, burdened, or empty. Okay. So heavy energy for you this month here, Pisces. I feel like you're like exhausted by life at this point. You may be exhausted from traveling. There are suitcases in this image here, so you may be traveling. And after all the traveling you've done, you may feel exhausted or burned out, feeling empty inside. There is such thing as like travel remorse. I was reading about this recently about, when you're on vacation, you're like, life is good. You don't have to worry about work, everything is being done for you. It's, you don't have a household to upkeep whenever you take a trip and you're on vacation, that kind of feeling. And then you come back and then it's like real life again. And some people go into a hard depression after a vacation like that. So that's what I'm picking up with Spirit here. There could be some type of exhaustion, burned out, or feeling empty, maybe after traveling, or just in general. You may have been spending a lot of time nurturing others, maybe children that you have, giving back to others. And you may have been doing this because you've gone through some type of change. Something has completely shifted in your life, and maybe you're wanting to give back in order to keep you from the nightmares, keep you from feeling like a failure. It could be something as simple as like a relationship didn't work out, or you went through a divorce and you're taking on all these projects or mentoring others. But what's happening is you're just exhausted because you're trying to stay busy so you don't think about what you've gone through. You're not thinking about the nightmares that you've gone through, the brokenness within, the failure that you may feel that you are. I feel like you're trying to stay busy so you don't have to think about all of that. Let's pull some tarot cards and get a message for you for the month here. Month of July for Pisces, please, Spirit. What do they need to know at the time they're viewing this message, please? Spirit, message for Pisces for the month of July. What do they need to know for their highest good? Nine of Cups. Four of Wands reversed. We have the Hierophant, Major Arcana. The Tower reversed. Nine of Swords. Yeah, that's that nightmare. We have the Empress reversed. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Eight of Cups reversed. Back of the deck, the underlying energy for the month is the Star in the reverse position. So there's some type of disappointment underneath for what you don't see here for the month of July. You may be feeling a little insecure as well. Like I said, you could have like gone through this burnout. It's like trying to please others or just trying to keep busy so you don't think about what has happened. You don't think about the failure of a broken relationship. It looks like I've got the Four of Wands here. This is, you know, home conflict. So this could be your foundation, your home, your marriage could have been broken here. It's like you're shattered inside, that things didn't work out, that things are broken. You feel like a failure perhaps in a marriage. This is giving you anxiety, feeling hopeless about the situation. But it's like you're keeping yourself so busy so that you don't have to think about it. But it's leaving you exhausted. I feel like you may have been tapping into prayer, meditation, in order to try to feel better, is what I feel like you're going to be doing this month for July. It's like this number 5 here, you know, this conflict. There's like a spiritual conflict maybe. So you're needing to like recenter yourself and remember who you are within as you're going through this change. That by keeping yourself busy is not going to do that internal work, unfortunately. All you're doing is putting mask over it, or you're putting a band-aid over it, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So this month seems like there's going to be some growth here. I feel like you keep yourself busy for fear of suffering alone, crying alone, thinking about what has happened in your life. It could be a broken relationship, a home conflict, something like that, or just going through a transition from your foundation. But you have this fear of suffering. That's why you keep yourself busy. You have this insecurity, this disbelief that this happened to your life. You have nightmares about it. Gives you a lot of anxiety. You may be feeling stalled in life because of what has happened. I feel like this has something to do with your legacy, your inheritance, your family life. And you may be feeling this month like hopeless because you don't really have direction, because whatever happened here was not foreseen. You had this comfort, this emotional stability, and then it all came crashing down. Or maybe not even an emotional stability, but you had comfort in knowing what you were dealing with on a daily basis. And now you don't have this comfort. So what's happened here is you're shattered by what has happened. You're broken. You feel like a failure, perhaps. And you're trying to keep busy by helping others, giving back. But what the end of it is that it's leaving you exhausted, because you're not dealing with what's internal. Let's go back and clarify. Please clarify the Nine of Cups for Pisces for the month of July 2026. Okay. So, yep, there's the World reverse. This is you feeling like a failure, feeling like there's unfinished business here. And I feel like the unfinished business is within, is the healing that you need to do to have the excitement and the freedom as you step into a new part of your life. Please clarify the Four of Wands. Yeah, you feel like a failure about this. Failure about the emotional stability, you know. Maybe you were in an unstable, emotionally relationship within the home. Please clarify the Four of Wands, please. An emotional, unstable home life is what I'm hearing. So yeah, this has rocked your foundation with those that you have shared a lot with. It became unstable. There was home conflicts. There was a lack of support from people that you love, people that are supposed to care for you and be there for you. Please clarify the Hierophant. The Justice card, this is Libra energy. I feel like there's an imbalance within you emotionally. And by tapping into your spirituality, prayer, meditation is going to help you move through this difficult time in the month of July. Really just being honest with yourself. Please clarify the Tower. You have this fear of suffering, so you keep yourself busy. You may be dealing with somebody that's very manipulative in your energy as well. Somebody that has a lack of commitment or is just lazy about changing. So you just keep yourself busy so that you don't deal with it. But it's like something was in your environment where they were very manipulative, they were lazy, they may have had a lack of commitment when it came to you. And you may actually have a fear of this happening again. So you may not even want to put yourself out there. Say that this was a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. But maybe you have a fear of putting yourself out there again because of what has happened. Please clarify the Nine of Swords. It's like you have this PTSD. Yeah. It leaves you frustrated, these nightmares, this trauma that you went through. Leaves you frustrated because it's like, why did this have to happen to me? You feel shattered, broken. You feel like you've been living a nightmare. Why did this have to happen to me? Very frustrated on how your life has gone in the month of July. Please clarify the Empress. You're keeping yourself busy though. So life is going to be a little bit difficult for you in the month of July. We are in a retrograde period too, so you may be going back to things or hearing from people from your past as like a karmic lesson to see if you're going to gravitate towards it again. Are you going to do it again? There could be people coming back from your past that were not so nice to you, perhaps cruel, perhaps, you know, that caused this breakdown within the home environment. They may be trying to come back in again. But did you learn the lesson? Did you grow from this? Or are you just putting on a mask, keeping yourself busy and not dealing with it, what happened to you emotionally, this trauma that you went through? Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. What are you doing back there? Stop. Stop. I don't know why my cat likes to chew on like plastic. Stop. Nope. No. Please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, he's going to keep doing it till I take away. Okay, so we've got the Four of Cups. You feel like, you know, there was a missed opportunity within a family unit. Spirit is saying don't close yourself off to new ideas, though. A new family unit, a new home. You never know what things are what life is going to bring. You need to have a new perspective here. That because this didn't work out, this doesn't mean that life is over. Or that you just have to keep staying busy, exhausting yourself out by keeping busy helping others because of what you've gone through, so you don't deal with that underlying emotional feeling. But Spirit is saying here, see things in a different perspective. Life can be unpredictable. You're missing out on opportunities to have the family, the home, the abundance, etc. Like staying in your head here. Please clarify the Eight of Cups. You're feeling like you're hopeless, but you're really not, because you need to change your perspective. You're feeling hopeless because you may have been separated from somebody or rejected, or there was some type of disharmony within a relationship, whether it be a romantic, friendship, family, whatever, is what I'm feeling here for you for July. So the month of July is looking like you're just like going to keep busy. I'm just going to exhaust myself out, and then I don't have to think about anything that I'm going through. I'm going to stay in this disappointed place, this insecure place. I'm just going to keep busy. I'm not going to deal with it on that emotional level. I'm just going to keep busy because I'm afraid if I think about it, I'm going to think that my life is a failure. I don't want to look at it. I'm not going to look at it. And you're going to suffer, and you're afraid of suffering. So you're just not going to suffer. You're just going to keep busy, is what it looks like here, Pisces. What is the outcome here for the month of July? It looks like you're going to be resting a lot because of the exhaustion of keeping yourself busy. So I do see the outcome here is you're going to take some time to change your perspective and start going within. Take some time for rest and stop deceiving yourself. Stop with the manipulative talk. What is the advice here for Pisces? It's time to be a little selfish. Really do the work on yourself and stop helping other people to try to mask this fear of you feeling like a failure. So stop being insecure. You're not a failure. You just need some time to go within. You need rest. You need to take some time away to change your perspective. Your answers will be coming, is what Spirit is saying here. But you got to stop with the manipulative talk to yourself, saying, if I just keep busy, then I don't have to deal with it. But it's burning you out. You got to deal with that internal stuff, you know. If you don't, it's just going to, it's like, you know, throwing rocks in a pond. Eventually it's going to build a dam, and you're not going to be able to get to that part of yourself to heal. Let's pull a message from the universe to finish up your reading here, Pisces. So for the month of July, it just looks like you need to do some internal work. You can't just put a mask over it. You can't just keep busy and not deal with it. I feel like when you do that in July here, you're going to realize that you need to take some time to really change your perspective on things. The answers are going to be coming. You may be feeling rejected, or, you know, you're going through a separation or something like that, and life has completely changed for you. But you need to see things in a different perspective. Look for those answers. Stop doing the manipulative talk to yourself. Get yourself out of your head. Think about what it is that you deserve. A message from the universe to finish up for Pisces, please. It says, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. So that means, you know, you're not alone, Pisces. Everybody goes through their stuff, right? Everyone has their stuff. You're not alone. You're not dealing with this alone. You know, there are millions of people on this planet, and we're dealing with our own shit. So you're not alone. So, you know, keep that in mind. Some people have been through hell and back themselves. So even though you're feeling like you are as well, keep in mind that that strengthens their compassion and empathy, and it will strengthen yours as well. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. So you're giving back to others, and that's a beautiful thing to do, but you're doing it out of fear of really looking at what's going on inside from what changes you've gone through what breakup, what nightmare, what failure, what trauma you went through. So even though it's good that you're helping others, it's leaving you exhausted because you're not dealing with what's inside for the month of July. And that makes perfect sense because we're in retrograde. So, you know, it's time to look back a little bit and do some healing work. Maybe take some time to rest and really see things in a different perspective. I'm going to leave your message there, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons if you want to. And I will see you for your daily tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.